Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius ascendant. That's such an awesome, awesome rising sign. I love Sagittarius. The sign is just so upbeat, positive, energetic, lucky, adventurous. They have a very funny, good-natured vibe about them. They can definitely be competitive. They're usually athletic, just like their other fire sign counterparts, but they're ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the lucky planet. It's the funny planet. Sag risings usually have a knack for just being pretty funny and witty. One of my best friends is a Sagittarius rising. She also happens to be a Cancer. She's beautiful. The ascendant is also what has a strong influence on your physical appearance when it comes to your astrological birth chart and how that manifests in your real life. If you want to look at, how someone might look or how you might be able to recognize someone or what characteristics physically go with certain signs, you would look to the rising sign. This is where people get their first impression of us. And usually it's a pretty good impression. I've found that the rising sign is like our natural demeanor. We express our sun and moon through our natural demeanor, which is our rising sign or ascendant sign. Sag risings, like I said, funny. They usually have really athletic body with a nice butt. A bubble butt, but like muscular. They're philosophical too, actually. They really care about broad things, very interested in traveling. Maybe they have a lot of foreign friends or speak another language or just passionate about learning, what else is out there other than their homeland. Sagittarius loves expanding the mind, expanding the horizons. Jupiter expands, and if you're a Sagittarius rising, then Jupiter is your ruling planet. So you're going to want to look at Jupiter. You're going to want to see, first of all, what sign is it in and what house is it in. Okay, you're also going to want to look at what aspects it makes to other planets. And the tighter the orb, the more potent. So I always look for tight orbs. I love a 0-degree orb. I love a, 1, maybe a slim 2 orb, because it's rare to have that, and those aspects are going to stick out, even if it's considered a minor aspect, if it's not just the square, trine, conjunction, opposition, sextile. Maybe you have the quintile exact. If it is 0 degrees, I would definitely pay a bit more attention to it, but that's just kind of a random side note. Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius ascendant people, very good-natured, energetic. They do love to have a good time. They love to party. They can go to excess at times. That's just one possibility on one end of the spectrum. The other end is the Sagittarius rising that literally will read all day, every day, or is the professor or the guru. Sagittarius is the teacher, the expert teacher that has so much wisdom to share. Having this placement it's really good as long as you keep the desire for excess and overdoing things and not knowing when enough is enough in any scenario. Like, when is enough enough? This placement can have a hard time with drawing that line. However, if they take that life lesson and they understand that about themselves, they can really work to keep that in mind so they don't go to excess. And I've noticed that those Sagittarius risings tend to become very philosophical. They have an active mind, a broad mind, open-minded, very accepting, interested and curious in things that they don't know, cultures they don't know. They aren't afraid of anybody that's different from them. They love people that are different from them. It's really a great placement to have, and also very lucky as well for the most part. These people have a lot of inner and innate gratitude, and I feel that that gratitude is what kind of keeps the luck coming. And that goes for any sign too. If you are grateful and you express that gratitude, even if it's just in a silent moment to yourself where you're just like, wow, we all should be grateful. We all have so many things to be grateful for. We can't forget about that. And Sag risings never do. If they do become cynical, they're going to shrivel up. They can have highs and lows. Jupiter is a huge planet. We're humans, and we can't live with constant expansion. We will eventually burn out, and that can happen to a Sag rising if they aren't careful, and they will go from up here to just ugh, and just like ugh, you just tired, not want to talk to anybody, just crabby and mad. Fire signs can get really angry sometimes. And Sag, they're normally happy, but when they get angry, ooh girl. That's all I'm saying. Sagittarius also rules the 9th house. I almost forgot to mention that. The 9th house of philosophy, foreign travel, religion. Although I don't tend to find that to be too much the case. I feel like that was a good description for traditional astrology during the time period that that was being written about. But religious, I wouldn't say applies too much. There certainly are. But I would also kind of call it more spiritual or open-minded, and yet very respectful of established spiritual roles. But in modern society, I've noticed that Sagittarius people and Sagittarius risings, anybody with strong Sagittarius energy, they are very accepting. They actually tend to not like religion, which is also an extreme of a sort, you could say, too. They view it as a very negative thing that's caused a lot of suffering. Not they, but some people do. Religion is not, it's not for everybody. It's a more spiritual, personal relationship with the universe and the magic of the universe. Because personally, I definitely believe in God. I believe that God created the universe. He created astrology somehow, because astrology, the fact that it's so accurate, it's magical. Like, okay, if astrology is actually real, which I know because I've spent years studying it and have never once not been blown away by the accuracy of it and specificity of it, then what else could be possible? It's really cool. But anyway, I gotta go. I gotta do the Capricorn rising video, so I will see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye.